Hello and welcome back to the United by Football YouTube channel with another episode of Bloody Good Football brought to you by the LAC Studios. I'm Abz.
I'm Thomas. Abdul, what a week it was. For some fans more than others, Abdul.
That's why I'm glad to be here at the LAC Studios. You know, if you need to film a podcast, you need to do a shoot, you need to, forget about the football results that have happened over the weekend because unfortunately your team has let you down.
Many times.
They've let us down this weekend. Come down to the LAC Studios, use code UBF15 or just chat with Anthony. I'm sure he'll sort you out. But yeah, fantastic facilities.
It's crazy how a game revolved around a leather spherical ball can influence a man or woman's emotions for the rest of the week, Abdul.
It's funny how 11 men can change my mood.
How are you feeling, Abdul, after 11 men ran for 90 minutes for you, but unfortunately couldn't get the penetration they so much deserved?
Look, keep it, straight and simple. There was no intention, not intention's the right word. We were playing without purpose, and there was no...
But what bigger purpose than to get your first title in 6 years?
We were playing scared. No, we were playing scared. Bournemouth dominated possession at the Emirates, and at the end of the day, when they come and do that, and you let them do that, I'm not saying all 11 players were like that. I think Joker has played very well. I think he was our shining light. I think he's come back from Sweden, and he's being the player we've wanted him to be. And you know what? Credit to him. The run-ins when we need him to be how he is now. The side as a whole, though, it's just been... We saw it a couple of weeks ago. And I'm not going to put the blame on Mikel. At the end of the day, this isn't Mikel's fault. This isn't, the side that he picked. This isn't the tactics that he's brought out.
Miles was Skelly in a big game like that?
Yeah, but we also got, a Champions League game. And on top of that, Man City in a week's time. We've got good enough players within this squad to be able to rest and play Miles Lewis-Skelly. 12 months ago, we were talking about him like he was
but that's what I'm asking. Like, what's happened?
Confidence, bro. He hasn't played as much. When he has played, he hasn't played as well, and he's still young, so he's gonna deal with issues like this. On the other hand, the first goal that went in, I don't know what's happened with Ben White. His injuries maybe have caught up to him. He's played too many games. I don't know what it is. That's been unlike him, and I could pick out singular moments, but at the end of the day, you got to come into this game. You got to come in with the right mentality, and you've got to come in knowing you need to win, and you have to win. Now, look at us now. If Man City win their game in hand and they beat us, automatically they're ahead of us. We've got, I believe, 3 goals difference ahead of them.
Well, if they win 1-0 and they beat Palace by 2, they've caught up.
Not even that. If they win 1-0 and they beat us 1-0, they've scored more goals than we have. So it's just mentality, bro. Like, I love the boys. I love Mikel. I've been their biggest supporter, but the anxiety that comes with being an Arsenal fan, especially this time of year, is ridiculous.
But if you think about it, normally a title running, when you've got that clear point gap, should be celebratory. Should be fucking, let's count down the games. Not because of on a standpoint. Yep, we need fucking must win.
Not when you're an Arsenal fan, bro.
Yeah, but why? Why is that?
I just think it's, like we said...
It's not part of the DNA.
No. It's 3 years in a row of finishing second. Bro, I still think that first year hurt us. We haven't recovered from that first year.
You got to move on. A lot of things happened, brother.
Because the year after, we were almost untouchable at that back end of the season. I think it was the one game we drew or lost to Villa or whatever it was. We drew to City, lost to Villa. Out of 16 games, we won 14 of them. That's almost perfect. Yet we still couldn't get it done. The first season, we were leading the league by 8 points with the game in hand and just capitulated. A couple of injuries, team fell apart. Yeah, look, I think that first season's forever scarred us. And I don't think we've been able to recover from that. Have I given up? No. Glass is half full. It's not half empty. We've got Sporting. You beat Sporting and get through to the next round of the Champions League, and you focus on City on Monday. And I think at the end of the day...
It's a big fucking week.
It is. That's a big
week.
It's a defining week for our season. Because let's put it this way. You lose to Sporting. You get knocked out of the Champions League.
That's all you've got.
You lose to City. You've gone from quadruple to treble to double to trouble.
Nice.
We'll
frame that.
And as much as I am Mikel's biggest supporter, I think if we somehow bottle this, I fear for his safety. I wouldn't sack him. I wouldn't.
We've been here before.
I'm on the fence of I don't think we'll find a better manager. And I don't think this club or the fans are patient enough to afford another 3-year rebuild to get to the top.
You know Mikel Arteta,
Yeah.
where he'll be at the end of the season, and the Centrelink lady that's going to serve him in London have the same amount of titles won for Arsenal.
I don't care, bro.
Okay.
I don't really care. You've seen it with your club yourself.
Don't about my club. I'm not talking
I know,
about my club.
but clubs, other clubs, even with, with Chelsea, with Manchester
At the
United.
best club as well, Abdul.
Huh?
Western Sydney Wanderers.
The Western Sydney Wanderers. Bro, a prime example.
We'll get there.
Just because you sack a manager doesn't mean it's going to fix your problems. At the end of the day,
Because nobody did okay.
I've said it. What have I said since the start of the season?
I'm Abdul Hafiz Salam. I'm a 26-year-old
Don't need
male.
my government name out there, but yeah.
I haven't said the address.
Yeah. No, what have I said since the start of the season about Arsenal?
I wouldn't sack Mikel. I think we're a good unit. Forever scarred for Arsenal.
What's
I'm a big Kai Havertz glazer. Kai Havertz is the key to world peace.
what's the one position I said I'd replace?
Left wing.
Still think that's our problem.
Fuck, it wasn't against Bournemouth.
No,
It was not against Bournemouth.
No, but put it this way. The way we play, and I think once Saka comes back, before I get to that, the dream would be Saka comes back from injury and just lights up the last 6 weeks and just gets Arsenal to their first Premier League title. Do I think that's going to happen? No, Saka's not going to come back and light up the world.
Okay,
I don't think so in that season.
We lost to Bournemouth yet. Okay, whatever yet. Can I look forward to Sunday? We'll get to City Chelsea. I'm not avoiding that topic because that was fucking shambolic. When Cucurella's your best attacking option, you're in trouble anyway.
Yeah.
Can I run you through a projected 11 lineup that I saw today that actually excites me as a football fan for Arsenal?
Sure.
David Raya,
Yeah.
left back Calafiore, 2 centre backs of Gabriel and
Saliba.
right back Ben White, 6 Rice, 2 centre mids of Odegaard and Eze. I will drop Zubimendi, Odegaard and Eze. Left wing I will go Trossard, right wing I will go Saka, number 9 I will go Kai Havertz. I'll drop Victor. I think against City, if you go into that game with a pragmatic, with a defense is going to win me this game, with a relying on Pep's fuck-ups, you will lose. I think you need to fucking take it to him because otherwise you are so defensively uncharacteristically weak at the moment that if you play Zubimendi and Rice and a fucking flat back 4 of Lewis Skelly and fucking or someone, you will fucking concede. I think you need to go out there and fucking attack Manchester City.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. I personally wouldn't be playing a midfield 2 or midfield 3 with Eze and Odegaard in front of Rice.
You don't think so?
It's still attacking.
Fuck you, Mikel.
It's still attacking, guys.
Okay, you're Mikel Arteta, no worries.
No, but just think about it. Like, in what world against Rodri, who have they got in midfield at the moment?
Pace of 54, yeah. Bernardo Silva, pace of 61.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They've got Odegaard. Okay, Odegaard's best football, at least.
Well, he hasn't had much. But you need to take it to them. Eze, man of moments, big games. This is the brother.
You need to. We just don't need to lose.
Say again. And that's
But
forever. You will fucking lose me.
No. But
how do you go into a game?
Because the title's on the line. A title's on the line. At the end of the day,
fucking go and claim it.
Okay,
go and claim it.
Okay, but what if happens?
Go and claim the fucker.
Okay,
you're weird.
all right.
Go and claim it.
No,
Is it in your hands?
At the moment, yes.
No, it still is.
It still is.
Okay, go and get it.
Okay.
Fucking put 2 hands on the cunt and get it.
But would you rather go out there, and this is where, in hypothetical, in the hypothetical world, we go out there, we go attack them, we take the game on, yada, yada, yada. We lose 3-0 because we've done that. Okay.
You would still lose if you play pragmatic. Pep's still ever going to run.
But that's not going to win you a fucking Premier League.
No problem.
With all due respect. Go out there and play your heart out and be the guy that gave it a go. It is what it is. That's not going to win you a Premier League.
Okay.
You go to that game. For me, you're playing at the Etihad against the informed team in the competition. You play Zubimendi, you play Rice, you play your game. Our game that we've played against them in the last God knows how many years, bar that last game against them in the FA Cup final or the Carabao Cup final, we've gone. They've struggled to beat us. In fact, they haven't beaten us for most games.
Okay.
It's a matter of taking your chances, which we will get.
So, well, you didn't. So let's not look at it historically. Let's look at the most recent fixture, which was the Carabao Cup. Some would say the start of Arsenal's downfall. You look at that game.
Yeah.
What was the lineup besides quitting goals? The dream.
There's no need there's no need to call him a fuckwit or drop f bombs in and stuff. But
is it the dream?
What the lineup? The lineup for me.
Okay. In the Carabao, I'm looking at most recent fixture.
Who did he start at the fullbacks in the Carabao?
It was the normal lineup.
It was the normal lineup.
Okay. So normal lineup with Kepa in goals. My apologies for that. With Kepa in goals. Okay. I'm looking at the most recent fixture. Their squad versus your squad.
Correct.
Okay. So this is a Cherky. This is a Semenyo. This is a O'Reilly. This is the most recent squad. I'm not looking at the Gundogans or the Mateo Kovacic's. Mateo Kovacic got some minutes against Chelsea, but I've seen it. Or the Joshua Guardiola injured. He'll come back soon. I'm looking at the most recent City squad against you guys. So I care about that game. That game, you had a midfield three of what?
Mendy, Rice, and Eze, whoever it was, Odegaard.
And unfortunately, that didn't work. And it hasn't worked.
Okay, but what cost us the 2 goals? What cost us the 2 goals?
No. Okay.
No. Answer my question.
I'll answer
what cost us the 2
I'll
goals?
answer it, but then can you answer mine?
Correct.
Okay. It was Kepa.
Correct.
Okay. Now ready? Get ready? Now you answer mine. Besides that moment, what chance did you have to score?
Literally within the 5th minute.
5th minute? Yep.
Correct.
Besides that one?
But
Besides that one?
Thomas.
Besides that one?
With all due respect, you're a Wanderers fan.
No,
you will know.
not-
But let me
you
get
can't
to
compare Arsenal and Wanderers.
Let me get to my
cannot
point.
compare Arsenal and
Let me
Wanderers.
get to my point with this.
Okay.
You're a Wanderers fan.
You can't compare
You
Arsenal
know of all big games and the games against Sydney FC, all it takes is taking your chance in one moment.
We're not fighting for a title. We're not fighting for a title.
I don't care. If Arsenal at the end of the day took their chances, scored in that 5th minute with that Havertz shot, it's a different game.
It's hypothetical.
Okay, but Kepa dropped the bro. Okay, Kepa doesn't make those 2 mistakes. You play Raya instead. It finishes 0-0. You go to penalties. And we're not having this conversation right now.
No, you still failed to create a chance, and now you're saying that you're going to have chances against.
No, but we created chances.
Outside the 5th
Was
minute.
it not a chance?
Outside of the 5th minute.
Okay, but you put that chance away. What happens, Thomas?
But you haven't answered my question. You
tell me. You seem to know. You seem to know the stats and then everything behind it. What happened in the game? I don't know the exact stats behind it.
You got outplayed.
We got outplayed.
Semenyo and Cherky were toying.
Okay, that's Semenyo and Turkey. I'm going to turn
And
around
what? Pep's
at the
gonna rest them
moment.
on Sunday?
No. But at the moment, I'll tell you, they're the most informed attacking side in the competition.
Okay.
Semenyo and Shirky, whether you play Roberto Carlos and whoever it is at the moment, the way they're playing, they're going to trouble them.
Are they? Okay. At 60
So what do you want? Okay, with all due respect, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Go out there and give it a go. And you know what? This is the problem with fickle fans out there like yourself as well. Give it a go. Play good football. Okay, we give it a go. Play good football. We leave space in behind open. Haaland runs through, scores himself a double. It's 2-0. The game finishes. And people have given up. And guess what? Arsenal aren't good enough. But no, we gave it a go. But no, you're still going to walk away with nothing.
Okay.
Fuck it. With all due respect, I don't care. I don't care. You go there, you don't lose.
You could always lost the argument.
No. You don't lose.
Okay.
That's our best 11. At the end of the day, that best 11 at the moment has not... It shows you the state of the league. And I've said it for a while. We have not played our best football all season.
You cannot blame the league at all. For
No.
You can only blame yourselves.
We have been nowhere near our best all season. And I'll say that from... Attacking-wise, we haven't. But I saw a video 3 seasons ago. We had Odegaard, Saka, and Martinelli all scoring 15 goals plus in the league. Or in all competitions.
Mm-hmm.
This season... We're struggling, yet we're still the second best attacking side in the comp. At the end of the day, it's how you look at it as a lens, and this is the problem with football. And
I would like to win a title, something silver in my lens.
Okay, bro. At the end, it's not that I don't care. That I want us to win something.
So weird.
4 seasons in a row.
So weird.
But with I'm gonna put it this way: the problem with football fans and the problem with the way people see football. No, but I'm gonna take it to this lens.
Okay.
We've only scored about 4 goals less than Manchester City.
Yep.
Okay, we've got a better goal difference than Manchester City. We've won more games than Manchester City.
Currently at this point.
Okay, you take that game away, the Carabao Cup. Outside of that, they haven't beaten us in God knows how long. But at the end of the day, if you want to be fickle and if you want to sit here and look at football the way you want to look at football and constantly shit on the team and put pressure on them, and yes, I agree. I've been just as disappointed as an Arsenal fan this weekend as much as the next. This is going to happen. It's the way you look at it. At the end of the day, if Arsenal go out there and give it a go and play their best game, and you know what, we still don't get the result, fair enough. I can hold my hands up and say we gave it a go. But at the end of the day, let's be sensible here. You go there, you pick up a point. What have you done? What have you done?
I don't know.
We're not a side right now that's playing like it's going to light up the world. And I don't think one game is going to turn it around. If we go there and win, I think, yes, it might. But I don't think one game is going to turn how we're playing at the moment. You need to go in game by game. You need to churn out the result and get it out of there. We saw it against Bournemouth. We didn't do that. It cost us. We can't do that again and let it happen again. You go out there.
So do you honestly reckon the steamroll is going to continue? And do you reckon the wheels fall off the train?
It all depends this week, bro.
Okay.
If we lose against Sporting, forget City. If we lose against Sporting, it's done. Like it'll go
at home, by the way.
Yeah, it'll go downhill really quickly. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry. When it comes to playing against City, when it comes to this game, this weekend's game, you go out there, you don't lose. You got more to lose if you go out there and give it a shot and lose than you would going out there and preventing a result.
Okay.
And that's speaking sensibly. Do I want us to go out there and give it our best? Yes, I do. But at the same time, do we have to be sensible about this result? I think so. And yes, you might call me a negative fan and call me a weak mentality or whatever it is. But
everything, yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're 6 points clear now. They've got a game in hand. Go out there and minimize that. You either win or you draw. You don't lose. And I know it sounds like Jamie Carragher, whoever it is that sits there, Michael Owen, giving very straightforward, clear instructions.
Very unique, man.
But at the end of the day, no, I believe what I say, and I'm not taking the piss here. At the end of the day, we're going to play our best lineup. My lineup: Raya, Calafiori, Gabriel Saliba, and you play, if he's fit, Timber at right back. If he's not, Ben White has to go in there. Zubimendi, Rice, whether people like it or not. Zubimendi is our best six with the way we want to play.
Okay.
If you want to go more attacking, yeah, you put Declan Rice in there, and he can drive the ball. Rice in the 8, Odegaard, Eze, whoever it is. Maybe even give Dalman a crack.
We're just talking about sensible, but okay, we chuck.
No, but we can afford the 10. This is the difference. Our biggest problem, and I think this is
so unique.
No, but this is.
How do you go from all of that saying chuck bags Dalman in the biggest game of your club's history?
Well, you've got it's either him or Eze.
Eze.
But who's proved recently? Who's been the best attacking player going forward? I mean, he's brought him on against. What do you mean? He did it against Everton. He did it against when he's needed someone to come on and change the game. He's brought Max Dalman on. If you're good enough, you're old enough.
Okay.
Simple as that. Lamine Yamal was doing it in Spain at 16, 17.
Levels,
yeah, but we were having similar conversations about that.
Okay.
Anyway, Eze, Dalman, Odegaard, I don't care. Whoever's fit, put them in the 10. I think our biggest problem this year is I think Odegaard isn't as... he's forgotten how to pull the trigger. I don't know what it is. He's just like... He used to float between the lines, do what he needed to do, but he's become too safe. And I think that's cost our attack because the strikers had to do a lot more and then they haven't been able to actually get into positions to where they can receive the ball.
Yep.
If Saka's fit and he's back fit, obviously he goes on the right wing, left wing, Trossard, and then Gyökeres down the middle.
Havertz dropped?
I think Gyökeres is in better form at the moment.
Okay.
But if Odegaard isn't fit and Eze isn't fit, I don't think Havertz is a bad shot because you've got two big sort of units up there that are going to trouble the back line. I think it's going to be important that we play our best back line, but I think Calafiori has to play.
That's what's it?
I think Timber will be massive if he's back.
He won't be.
But he won't be, so you're going to have to trust that Ben White can do the job, or you do the rogue thing, and I don't think he should do it.
But we're supposed to play safe, apparently.
I'm saying, you've got, at the end of the day, if White isn't available and he doesn't want to pick White after the last 2 weeks, who else do we have to play at right back?
Isn't Capier gone?
Capier, I believe...
I think he's gone. Mascara?
You got Mosquera, but even then, I don't think he looked all that at right back. You got Mosquera, he's done it before, he's played Rice at right back, or Zubimendi even.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
But it's never worked out, even when he used to do all Partey. But I think if you're going to have to go, you might go Mosquera. And then just let Calafiori roam up the field. And you transition to a back three. Yep. So, look, it is what it is. If we don't get the result, we don't get the result. Okay. You just got to take it on the chin. You got to move on. You can't. I'm not going to be here.
I'm sensed defeat. I'm sensing defeat.
I'm anticipate. I've been through these 3 years in a row, bro.
Okay.
Like you can't. This is what kills people is you can't hurt an Arsenal fan more than the club's already hurt them.
Okay.
I'm not wrong. We've been through enough with this club through our banter era, through going back to fighting for Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues and then all of this to being the club that's now finished second 3 years in a row and potentially on its way to finish for a fourth. So you could say whatever, sticks and stones might break my bones, but no one can hurt me more than Arsenal Football Club. It's as simple as that. And we'll move on to the next game.
Chelsea vs City.
3-0. Absolutely embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
I thought we were embarrassing. You guys were.
Oh, that was up there.
With all due respect, I don't know where Nico O'Reilly's come from, but the way he was moving past your defenders and whoever your number 17 was, Tosin? Is it Tosin?
17.
17. Centre back. I don't know, whoever he was.
Chimpon? No, I'll check. 17.
No, sorry, 21.
21.
Hato.
Yeah.
Whatever he was doing at the back was absolutely filth. You've got Mark Guehi turning like his prime R9 on your defenders, making him look like he's the next big striker. Rayan Cherki played a good ball, and they had that much of an easy game. He was able to come out and take the mickey out of your club after. And the ball, apparently, if you've heard that one. Apparently the ball wasn't very good.
Who's Margay, by the way?
Huh?
Margay.
Margay.
Okay. I said Guay. Well, that's our player. Yeah. Embarrassing. I said it for a long time. Rossinier, roast chicken, whatever the brother's name is. It doesn't look like he has a plan. It doesn't look like I'm not a fan of his style of football. I'll be honest. I don't think it's very exciting. I think it's exhilarating. I don't think there's nothing there. Caicedo, I'm not going to sit here and say that was the best thing he's ever done in his career, but that was a fucking ferocious, ill-tempered, disgusting choice of an action to try and dribble out of there. What are you doing? But he does have these bozo moments. Moises Caicedo. Palmer, ineffective as fuck. Garnacho, don't even get me started. Neto, who's been our best player? Pedro. Again, the only one.
Yeah.
The only one. And then you get to that back four. Said it since the start of the season. Said it since last year, Abdul. We haven't had a good defense since the Thiago Silva era.
Yeah.
With Azpilicueta, with Chilwell, with Reece James. Chalobah, for God's sake. But those two centre-backs will not get us anywhere near the levels we need to be.
I don't think it's Rossini's fault.
Okay.
To be honest. It hasn't been Maresca's fault either. It's your players, bro. They've got no spine.
I've said that. This is not new.
But it's not. I don't think Liam Rossini deserves any sort of.
We shouldn't have hired him. We shouldn't have hired him, and unless we gave him full control and autonomy of the plan.
The club doesn't want that though. The club doesn't want someone who comes in with a plan.
Going to fold the club
because
there's got to be a plan there.
No, they'll come in with a plan, but at the end of the day, it's what the club wants. They want a yes man. They want someone to come in at the end of the day and just tell them this.
Well, it shows because they got him from the sister club.
Correct. And they're trying to build that sort of, that system like Man City have with this club here and this club there. Might not win you trophies, at least for the next 5-6 years. But if it all sees itself out and it does well, before you know it, you're a super powerhouse once again. But I'm not putting any blame on the coach at the moment. I think your 11 players on the field are absolutely spineless. I think Enzo and Caicedo are great midfielders.
Don't be Enzo. I've never been. No, don't be Enzo.
That Enzo Palmer, Caicedo midfield is great. But none of them are leaders. No. There's no, as much as I don't want to quote Arsenal at the moment, there's no Declan Rice in there. There's no Gabriel at the back. There's no someone to just go, guys, let's go. You lost it with Thiago Silva. I think since Thiago Silva's left, you haven't necessarily had someone.
Reece James is not that guy.
He's not that type of captain.
He never will be.
He's lead by actions, not by words.
Yeah.
You need someone who's there to lead by words and to push forward. And Liam Rossini is a great guy. He seems like a great guy, and I think he's
correct to deliver the post every.
No, Sunday. But it's no. At the end of the day, this bloke's got more badges than any of us combined. I'm not going to see
guaranteed. Am I saying that he has the type of character and the man manager to coach?
You don't have to be we've had this conversation before. You don't have to be
Okay,
a
but
C word
Okay.
to lead a successful side.
Okay.
You look at Jurgen Klopp.
I'm talking about my club, Chelsea, and the DNA of their successes. Conte,
Chap,
prick.
correct.
Mourinho, prick.
Chapter. History moves on.
Tuchel,
Pages
prick in his
of
own
turn.
sense.
Okay, and how many pricks are successful at the moment?
I'm looking at my club.
Okay, no. But
I look at my DNA.
Okay, but this is world football and this is 2026. In 2026 of world football, how many so-called pricks are successful?
Diego Simeone's doing a great job.
What has he exactly won in the last 5-6 years?
0.
Nothing. We've
And-
moved on from that.
Okay. He's doing quite
Football's moved on from that.
well. Beat Barcelona 2-0 in the Champions League.
Congratulations.
Okay.
As you told me before, what trophies has he won?
0. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I didn't say I did.
But at the end of the day,
He's
it
doing quite well.
doesn't get you the results that you want. As Chelsea,
Wait,
as
I
the-
did get the results.
as the club that you talk about that you want to be, to win trophies and be a successful club and be at the top of each table and finals and all of this, you want to win trophies. You want to be that club that's collecting silverware. That's in your DNA, as you call it, in that last 20 history that you guys have had. You're collecting trophies for fun. Yes, Mourinho was a prick. Conte was a prick. I'm sure they're great people outside of football, but as coaches, they were hard
That's
notes.
all I care about.
Okay. Football, I think, has moved on from
Okay,
that.
no problem.
I think football's become...
I reckon if Arsenal had a strong-boned manager, I reckon you would get over the line.
No.
Okay.
I think Mikel's pushing the line with it.
Okay.
I think he's stubborn. I definitely think he's stubborn.
That doesn't,
And I don't...
that doesn't mean he's strong-boned.
Okay.
That just means that he's fucking risk-adverse and stuck in his ways.
A manager's only as good as the 11 players on the field.
Okay. Sure. I think the manager sets him up for success, but here we are.
Tell me about that.
I think the manager sets him up for success.
Yeah. But if his players can only do so much and mentally handles.
at the nucleus of any successful football team,
Yeah.
it's not the goalkeeper, it's not the striker, it's not the players. Sorry, not the midfielder, it's not the centre back. Might be a unit of players,
Yeah.
but it's always the coach.
So if I give Liam Rosenior Manchester City's team, you don't think he'd be getting better results?
Pardon?
You don't think if I gave Liam
He
Rosenior...
might have 6 or 7 more points now, but I think without an identity, without a clear coaching style and philosophy, and his nucleus and his control, managing those players, no, I don't.
So you don't think with a better defence and maybe a solid 6 that can lead the team around and be like a Rodri or a Declan
Do
Rice?
we have any chance of beating Manchester City?
No.
Why?
I've said it. You've got no spine.
You don't think we're outcoached?
There's no
You
foundation.
don't think we're outcoached?
Okay, but it's beyond that. The 11 players on the field...
Palmer's been shit. I agree. Enzo, shit. Caicedo, shit. But let's see. Let's just see from a coaching moment. So Caicedo loses the ball.
Yeah.
That's a trigger. When Sanchez released the ball to Caicedo, that's a trigger. Okay. What did Pep's Man City do? Doku and who? Silva.
Yeah.
Whoever the fuck is on the prick, got the ball, went. That's a coaching moment
Yeah, but your players aren't...
because they're not coached.
No, it's not because they're not coached. They weren't performing under Maresca the way you want them now. I'm pretty sure Rossini's only lost the 1 game or the 2 games as Chelsea manager anyway in the Premier League.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He's lost the last 2 weeks
Oh my.
or whatever. Check it. Chelsea.
Ready? So lost 2-1 against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Lost against Newcastle. Lost against Everton. Lost against City. That's 4.
So he's lost in the Champions League twice. Lost against Newcastle, Everton. Yeah, but up until that point when he did take
No,
over.
I'm talking to you. Said
In the last few, okay, I'll take that back. Fair enough. Beat Port Vale 7-0.
It's Port Vale.
Yeah. Anyway, I go back to my point. You're only as good as the 11 players on the field, and your 11 players aren't necessarily all that.
Okay. No problem.
At the end of the day, like I said the other day, you want to change your game, we're bringing on Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus is not going to win you a game off the bench. Same goes for you guys. Garnacho off the bench isn't going to win you a game. I love Garnacho, and I think he's a great player, great potential still. But at the moment, in his state, the way he is, he's not going to you're not going to get the best out of him. Do I say Liam Rossini is anywhere near the levels of Pep Guardiola or the Jurgen Klopps of the world or Luis Enrique's and then Diego Simeone's? No, he's not. But at the same time, your 11 isn't an excuse at the end of the is an excuse at the moment for him. Okay. You look at the team that we had when we first started when we go, and you look at the team we have now. At the end of the day, we finished 8th with that side.
Okay, but we chop and change managers every 6 months. So what? You can't look at the managers start of the tenure. He's had this squad now. He's had this squad.
But he can only do so much with it.
Okay.
Maybe he's got a style of play that he wants to play and he wants to sort of shift around, but he doesn't have those players to do it. It's simple. Managers, you can't expect results like that. Football doesn't work like that.
I'm not saying it is.
You look at Liverpool
I'm
last
just
year,
saying I need to see some hope and optimism. I haven't seen that.
but it hasn't been in that
Okay,
club
we got
for
outplayed
years.
against Everton, outplayed against Newcastle, outplayed against City. What else do you want?
Your club hasn't been the same since Roman left.
But they can't. Okay, 6 years ago, it's fucking happened. You haven't been the same since you won the FA Cup. You're allergic to trophies. It's happened. Okay, fucking
Okay,
move on.
but
6 years,
that's what I'm
move
saying.
on.
You guys haven't been the same since he's left.
Okay, move on.
But you can't act like it was the same since he's left.
Well, no, because you win a Champions League after he's left.
Within that 6 months, that aside, as in football, A has changed. B, the DNA of Chelsea has changed since he's
no
left.
problem.
Someone else has come in. Everything. It's like Manchester United. Up until recently, they've only just started accepting the fact that they're no longer the same Manchester United of old. And guess what? The results, the mentality of the club, everything has changed.
So we'll just tell Chelsea fans that, okay, just vocally verbalise that you're not the same as when Roman was here, and then everything will be okay.
No, but you're not the same. You can't expect to be the same club you were freaking 10 years ago. You're not.
Alright.
That Hazard era ended almost 10 years ago.
Yep. A sad day always.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, you're not the same Hazard, Drogba, Lampard side that absolutely mopped the floor and were the, pardon my French, the prickiest team on the field. You're not that side anymore.
Okay.
We're not the same side we were under Prime Wenger. We're not the Invincibles. We're not even the banter era Arsenal. But yeah, we've still got our flaws. We've still got, our allergicness to trophies. But we need to move on. And at the end of the day, if Mikel has to leave, at the end of the day, back to Arsenal, and we have to turn a new page, we can't think, okay, it was like this under Mikel. You need to move on.
Okay.
And Chelsea, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and blame Liam Rosenior. It's not his fault. You've got 11 players on the field that can't get it together.
I think you should take a little bit of blame, but that's what we different. That's okay.
But what more do you want him to do? You're the coach tomorrow. Before we move on to the derby, you're the coach tomorrow. What do you do? How do you get this side playing? Because at the end of the day, you're in a
Try something. You're a coach.
Try what? What would you do? Give me a solution.
I'm not Liam Rosenior. I don't know his tactics.
Okay, but you seem to be critical of him. Give me a solution.
Try something that's clearly different to what he's trying now.
Okay, well, you've still got the same old bangy defense at the back that's still going to let goals. You've still got the same midfield.
Okay, well, then let's work on the attack.
You're still going to let goals at the end of the day.
Let's work on the attack.
Okay, and what do you do with the attack?
We haven't scored in 3 games.
Okay, what would you do with the
We
attack?
haven't scored in 3 games.
What would you do? Who would you play?
It's not about who you play. It's about fucking actual.
It's not about who you play. It's obviously who you play.
Is it?
Pedro Neto can't do things that João Pedro can do, and he can't do things that. It's obviously the combination of players and the way you want to attack the game. So who's your best front three?
Since day one. Palmer, 10. Pedro, 9. Neto, right. Garnacho, left.
Okay. You play them. You've
Okay.
got Enzo and Caicedo behind them.
Yep.
And
Get the ball to the wing as quick as possible. Root fucking one basic. Get to the ball as quick as the wing as possible. Beat a man, cross it in.
Okay, and what happens on the other side? If he fixes the attack all in 4, okay, he scored 3 goals. But what happens if he's still conceding 4 goals a game?
We're creating chances. We haven't done that for 2 weeks.
Neither have we.
Pardon?
Neither have we.
We're in a different position to you. So you've asked what I've done. Work on the fucking attack. Create a few chances. Route 1, very basic.
Okay. And what if he has been doing that? And let's just say, for example, João Pedro has been the one that's...
Then it's the player's fault. Okay.
Like, you look at the players that you have.
Okay.
Garnacho has been let go from Manchester United.
I'm just thinking about working to their strengths because you can only work with what you got. And if you got Garnacho, what does that brother like to do? Run with the ball. Okay, give him the fucking ball.
Right. But
What does Neto like to do?
No, you're not wrong.
What does Neto like to do?
You're not wrong. You work to their strengths.
Run with the ball.
Correct.
What does Palmer like to do? Turn on the half. Well, in the last 6 months, going to the freezer. But turn on the half space and go.
Yeah.
When has he been able to turn on the half space? Palmer.
He hasn't. Because
Why?
the opposition you've played recently as well has been...
Or has he been asked to drop back and be so far disconnected from Pedro and doing ringa rosy with Enzo Fernandez that he hasn't been able, or when he does turn on the half space, it allows Everton, PSG and City to take 10, 15 players because it takes 20 minutes for him to get there. That's the difference.
Or is that because you're
No,
back?
that's a coaching moment.
No.
That is a coaching moment.
Okay.
That's a coaching moment.
Okay.
Where does Liam Rosenior want his 10?
Correct. But where does his
That's a
10?
coaching
But why is his 10 constantly having to go back and support his defensive midfield who's constantly having to support his defense as well?
Because Enzo has been asked and Caicedo or Lavia, whoever the fuck plays, has been asked to go and hold Hato's hand in defence.
Because your defense is dog shit.
No, because they're so close. It's a coaching moment.
Okay, but your defense.
It's a moment.
Okay, but your defense.
All
Your defense.
All right.
Am I wrong in saying your defense is absolutely
Okay.
wrong? Okay.
So what are you going to do?
So
what are you going to do? Put Caicedo in defence then?
no, but what I'm saying is at the moment you're having to drop in as far as you have because your defense is nowhere near the standard.
But what can you do?
And then let's be honest with ourselves. You're playing PSG, you're playing Man City, you're playing Everton, who Everton in their own right have been a decent side this year. Manchester City and
never said they won't, but we should be beating Everton.
Okay, but Manchester City and PSG again, heavyweights, class above the rest, are gonna force you back. But it goes to show you play a team like Port Vale. I know who are bottom of the League One or whatever.
Please don't even. Okay.
You could still score 7 goals. So it goes to show you when it comes to opposition that aren't necessarily.
I think the Western Sydney Wanderers will score against Port Vale. They might not even. But anyway, let's get to the done. I wasn't there, Abdul. So when you're ready,
Sydney is
the Wanderers lost.
Sydney is
the Wanderers lost.
I'm just going to put it out there.
Yep.
It has to be the most depressing derby I've ever
It was quite
seen in
sad.
my life.
Polar opposites. Wanderers sit dead last currently, and strong candidates for the wooden spoon. Never thought those two words would come together. Strong candidates. Very strong candidates.
Pretty sure.
I haven't accepted that fact.
Pretty
yet.
sure.
I haven't accepted
long
that
story
fact.
short, if you lose your next game,
Yeah, so I haven't accepted that fact.
The spoon's yours.
And we'll get there.
I think on the spoon double. Yeah.
Anyway, Sydney FC confirming finals or still
Not just yet.
finals?
But I think one more win.
Finals, yeah. So polar opposites of the thing. Nothing much really to play for. Still go out there and support your club, which a lot of fans didn't get the memo. It didn't look like 16,000. I don't think it was 16,000. Somehow the numbers don't lie though. So credit to those 16,000 Abdul that went out there and supported the clubs, wherever team you go for, as long as you buy a ticket, support the stadium, get inside. Wanderers standpoint, as per always, up to our season, strong first 45. I think we look good in that first 45, I'll be honest. I think we did look really, really good. Creative goal, I've heard both sides of the argument. I've watched it, it's a handball. Get over it. Law of the game. It is what it is. Handball. The fact that Panther hits the crossbar, Borello hits the crossbar, and another brother hits the crossbar shows that we were creating chances in that first 45. And then our infamous halftime talk comes up, though, where either our players zone out, have AirPods, have wired headphone connection, and just don't listen to a talk, or there's no talk, or the talk is putting them asleep, or the talk is actually to play worse than what they were in the first 45. Because again, for some odd reason, when we come out of that sheds, Abdul, zero. There's zero. And it hurts. You've lost 2 derbies now this season.
As you said, there's nothing really to play for.
On both
I know
sides.
there's pride, but at the same time, I think even the players and the club know, like,
How embarrassing for their players.
But you can't expect the fans to.
How embarrassing for the players to not show pride. Play for yourself at least. Play for a contract. You signed a new manager, for God's sake.
It is what it is. We move.
You can be happy. You can be gleeful.
It's not so much gleeful, bro. At the end of the day, it's not a good look for the league when you've got your biggest spectacle and barely half the stadium's full.
Yep.
But at the same time, like, these players don't have much to play for, bro. You can't sit here and expect them to not so much give it their all. Give it their all is the wrong word. You have to give it your all, but at the same time, to go that extra length, if you know that, all right, I might not be here next season. I won't be here next year. Or there's a new manager, a new regime coming
It's
in.
another A-League club's looking for contracts, but they're cool.
We know how the A-League works. At the end of the day, Brendan Brillo leaves tomorrow, for example.
Amazing.
It'll get picked
Okay.
up by another A-League
So
club.
go play well in the last 2 games for the club and show yourself for another
But
club.
that's you're not wrong in theory, but at the same time,
Sad.
we're just
Sad.
waiting to get to the finish line. It's as
For the
simple as that.
Wanderers, absolutely. Yeah, not much hope against Wellington. Not much hope against Victory. Very sad. Very sad day for the club.
I think in true Wanderers fashion, you'll confirm the wooden spoon next week and come
Thanks,
out against Victory and beat them.
Don't really care at that point.
Yeah.
Just sad. I'm over
Yeah,
it.
but
I'm over it.
you've embodied just now, like the way you're feeling and the way you've reacted there. That's how most fans are. But yeah, all right, you might go the extra length and go to the game and do what you need to do. But on the other hand, other fans won't. Other fans, they're not going to shop. They're not going to spend their hard-earned money to come watch a
And
team.
you know what? At this point, you can't even criticize them. It's their money. Cost of living crisis. Petrol costs $607.
Sort of Wanderers thing as well, bro. Every other league,
Oh,
every
bro.
other team, you know, at the end of the day, you look at Brisbane Roar. Brisbane Roar had no crowd for the last few years. The first half of this year, they're doing well. They were packing out stadiums. You look at the Bulldogs in the NRL. Bulldogs for a good 4 or 5 years were absolutely near the bottom of the table. Guess what? Fans weren't showing up. We had one good year. Fans started packing out stadiums and selling out stadiums. You had 70-odd thousand or 75,000 at a Good Friday game last year. Now, in terms of the Sydney FC side, I think it was great. I think Al Hassan Toure scoring, hitting the scuba after in front of the RBB.
Weird celebration. Wonderful goal, though.
Mate.
That is an unbelievable hit.
Oh,
The,
bro.
the venom behind that hit, the way it moved. Fuck.
Does he make the Socceroos side?
Yeah, I told you he does.
Yeah. I think he's in. Paul Ocon had a good game.
He's in for me.
He's amazing in midfield.
Poison.
Even at the back, bro. It's great to see Courtney Perkins starting again. It's great to see Popovich starting again.
JCB, mate.
I think we played our best football, at least defensively, at certain parts of the year when he was in the side. I think he gets up and down the field a lot easier than a lot of our other defenders. And
It's a Calafiore.
yeah, very much.
If I was to compare him to someone.
He's also he played him a lot more centrally in terms of centre back as well.
Yeah. I'm saying when he's on the wing back, I think I compare him to Calafiore.
He's good. I mean, shout out as well to Uncliffe Aurora. They were the club of the day, or whatever they called them in the day. Walked out with the clubs. They flipped the coin on the field. They were the flag bearers. It's good to see our community club get out there and get on the big stage, on a big occasion, the Sydney Derby. But yeah, look, it is what it is. Sydney FC, Sydney is Sky Blue. They've won 2 out of the 3 games. I think potentially should have had the first as well, but didn't just have that oomph. Panther, on the other end, I don't know what's happened. I think after that second derby, he has looked like...
If you talk, you got to back it up. He hasn't backed it up, unfortunately. He hasn't backed it up for a couple of weeks. Abdul.
You do realise this can't be turned overnight.
Sorry?
Like this isn't going to get fixed in one season.
No.
You,
But I've said that.
I was watching a TikTok the other day and some guy rated the players from the game, the Wanderers players. Like the way Wanderers fans are thinking, you're not going to let go of 90% of the squad and bring in, I don't know, 20 new players next year and hope that it works out. It doesn't work like that. You know, Garuccio is still going to be in the squad. Sorry, not Garuccio, Carluccio. Carluccio is still going to be in the squad. Gersbach's probably still going to be there. Cicluna, hopefully, if he sticks around, is still going to be in the squad. Thurgay, Ugarkovic. A lot of that's not going to change. Barello might go. Fraser will probably go. Like, Kryev, I think, might go. I think Kryev probably could, play in Asia, could play at a better A-League side. But other than that, you're stuck with a few of them. Chanchar's not going to go anywhere. Panther's not going to go anywhere. Like, you might bring in 3 or 4 players, but how are you going to sell that project to them, a new project?
There's no project to sell, mate.
Anyway, onto a Wanderers side that almost won. The NPL side, Western Sydney Wanderers,
Looking good.
NPL side drew 1-1 to the NWS Spirit. Fortunate enough to be at that game. Match of the round for the NPL New South Wales men's competition. Finished 1-1. Now, the Wanderers, I think, have been a surprise packet this year.
Yeah.
3 wins in a row. Lost to RPI and Marconi, fair enough, last 2 weeks. But under Paddy Nikas, they've definitely looked a whole...
Legend of the NPL.
Mate, played A-League as well, I believe.
Paddy, yeah.
But yeah, definitely a top side. And I think when it comes to, where they're going to end up this year, I think them and Sydney might actually fight for top 6.
Top side. Pleasure for me personally to commentate, for you to do socials, for UBF I'll to cover the match of the round, which is always exciting. Thank you for putting New South Wales. And yeah, really, really exciting. I think that front 4 is something to be excited about. I know we've always produced the Eunice's, the Eunice sort of level player, where you've got the Gyros obviously started the derby. Big week for him. Didn't have the best game. But like, you got Rose, Alat, Awao, Raga as well. Hitting the crossbar from way out. This is a front four that excites anyone. And behind them, Chop and Morrison is an incredible duo, double pivot to have. And then you've got the 6'8" Gumtree, Barry. And you've got the 6'7" Eucalyptus tree in Ovens.
You
At
got,
the
mate,
back.
you got Ricky Franson as well.
Ricky Franson. And then you got Vidakovic, the 7'8" Fridge in goals. So don't worry. Like, this is a solid outfit. And if they can put those few pieces together and just that mentality to close out the game, I don't see why they can't title for top 6.
Yeah, look, like even with the other side, with FC, like the MPL side that they've got developing at the moment.
Who's that 19-year-old kid scored a banger free kick? Who's that brother? Whatever his name is. Shout out him.
Yeah.
Hagley. Weapon of a free kick.
Right, even with Glasson as well. Like, I think he's been on the brink for a few years. We've had Joe Lacey's come through as well a few years before that. Gus in goals. Still my favourite performance I've seen. 19 saves in a MPL derby.
Shout out to Wataru.
Starting the derby as well.
For Alassane Toure.
Yeah.
Fuck, what? But the ball.
He's a baller. The way he moves on the ball.
The ball to Alassane was quick. There was so much pace that Panther and Chench had no chance.
Oh yeah,
no chance. And the touch from Alassane Toure shouldn't be taken for advantage either, because that was a brilliant touch to take it out. Brilliant goal. It was a brilliant goal.
Yeah,
it was a brilliant goal.
It goes to show you though. I think PK is just picking his best side week in, week out, and who can do the job. And like I've said it before, if you're old enough, you're good enough. Sorry, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Wataru's definitely one of those players.
And yeah, even on the MPL side, bro, like I think the Wanderers have come a long way, and I've watched our side closely the last couple of years with the MPL, and I look at players like Alat and Awan, and
they'll go far,
and they just need their chance. And I think once they get their chance,
I think they will make top 6. Just quickly on the MPL before we go, United.
Amo
Brates. Fortunately, didn't get the 10 out of 10 as we so elusively crowed, but equaling the record last week is no easy feat. Still undefeated, Abdul, in the men's New South Wales MPL 1 competition.
They drew to St George City. ATEC and them men.
ATEC and them men stopped the record. How exciting!
Fair enough.
Sponsored by Rockdale Mazda.
Tarek Erken, mate. Fucking
Erken, the goat.
Erken, Jack Kenny.
Jack Kenny. Big game he had. But yeah, United looking good. The MPL was a beautiful competition. Obviously the A-League season ends, the regular season ends within 2 weeks, I believe, 2 weeks. So go out, support the MPL, especially these clubs that have just got so much personality, character and culture. It's a wonderful thing to see.
Yeah, look, some more than others at times, but I think it's
a beautiful product overall. Though
it's a beautiful product overall. I think some clubs that are trying to build an atmosphere and a culture around their club, and get out, get back it, and
support the sport where football starts in Australia.
Grassroots, mate.
Abdul, mate, big episode. Obviously not our traditional stuff because football's just coming back from international break, but really excited to obviously World Cup year. And I know we do this podcast every year, but every week it gets closer, Abdul, to the big dance, and hopefully in some capacity UBF will be involved somewhere along the lines, whatever that may be. But yeah, we've got to love a World Cup year. Football feels different, Abdul.
It does, and it's in the land of the free. Some people might say
Australia's all let us rejoice because we are free. Is that
no wrong country.
Oh, in America,
land of the free.
We're going to America.
Oh, Canada.
So the world is going to America. Is that right?
The World Cup's going to America. But yeah, look, it is what it is. We move. Football disappoints me, or at least Arsenal disappoints me. Another
11 men, Abdul. 11 men.
Move.
Do you ever think 11 men could break your heart like that?
Yeah, all the time. It's 2026. Anyone can break your heart.
And on that note, I'll bring Thomas.
Bye for now.
Or just Thomas.
Just Thomas.
Bye.